I'm Will Hodge. I work with McMillan. So an LLC it's a limited liability company, and ultimately it does exactly what it says. It limits your liability. Oftentimes we have clients that come to us and want to purchase some real estate, or they want to go into a business venture and they want to do it individually, and we always advise them to put it behind an LLC. If you have a piece of property and something was to happen to it or happen with a tenant, and let's say there was a lawsuit, hypothetically, if you owned a piece of real estate in your personal name, they could go after everything that you own personally. But if you put it behind an LLC and you're operating that LLC as a legitimate business, your liability is limited. You have your own insurance policy that you can carry under the LLC, and ultimately protects your personal interest and allows you to kind of keep certain ventures under that LLC and operate that way. If your LLC is filed in a different state than you're actually operating in, sometimes I think there could be some tax consequences. The way you would get around that is you file what we call a certificate of authority in North Carolina. Basically, you go and get a certificate of authority, and then that kind of gives you the tax treatment that you may have had if you had filed in North Carolina to begin with. Single member LLCs versus multiple member LLCs. So if you're a single member, North Carolina recognizes what we call a disregarded entity. We of course don't practice tax law, but as I understand it, there's some tax benefits to being a single member LLC. If you have multiple members in an LLC, the default is that you are treated as a partnership for tax purposes. But oftentimes people come to us and they'll be a partnership, and then once they grow to a certain level, then they make that election to become an S corporation, just because, again, there's different tax benefits. Talk to your tax consultant, talk to your tax advisor, your CPA before coming to us and trying to form your entity. If you're interested in forming an LLC or want to talk about forming a different entity or something like that, please give us a call. I'd be happy to talk to you and see how I might be able to help.